even close. I think Ichi KOs him inside 2 rounds, to be honest. That's my prediction. I could sit Shavkat. What? Yeah, Bully B isn't the most active. Anderson Silva beat Chael Sonnen. Yeah. Islam makes light work of Ilya. Ilya's going to KO him, I think. I think Ilya KOs him. Bilalian beating Shavkat. Bilal is. Volkanovski beats Diego Lopez. I agree. I think MVP could beat Ian Gary in a rematch. I don't think his grappling's up to standard yet. Yeah, I agree with the Demetrius Johnson take. I don't understand the BJ Penn one though. What are you on about? McGregor was bang average. I disagree. Topuria KOs Islam. I agree. How does Bilal beat Shavkat by decision? Yeah, I think Shavkat's one of the most overrated fighters on the UFC's roster. Ian Gary will never be champ. Ooh, I don't know. Nah, BJ Penn would have got smoked by the likes of Islam. It's a bit overrated as fuck. Yeah, I do think Sabit is a bit overrated. Prime Mike Tyson destroys John Jones. I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. Ilya becomes a go to the sport when he calls it. There's a good chance UFC next fight could put him top 5. Do you think Topuria will fight Islam this year? No, I think you might get it early next year. Merab has the greatest cardio in UFC history. I agree. That's at EPO, my boy. Ank is not beating Alex. I agree. Leon Edwards is higher than GSP all time. Where you rank Islam in terms of what? Anthony Hernandez is going to lose to Brandon Allen. Prime King Velasquez is the best heavyweight, not Stipe. Negative. Hamzat can become double champ. I agree. Nah, DDP and Pereira light heavyweight. DDP gets slumped. Islam's top 5 all time. Sean O'Malley will beat Merab in a rematch, and he sleeps Umar. He's the best chance of beating Merab, in my opinion, Sean O'Malley. Who's next for Paul Hughes is going to be the rematch. Ilya pound for pound number 1. Nah, Ilya's number 2. Anderson Silva in top 10. Do you know what? There is an argument there. I think you're speaking facts there a wee bit. But Anderson Silva's like run when he was in his prime, which is crazy. Habib not top 10. I agree. Shavkat isn't top 15. Did you see how thin the heavyweight roster is? Half of the heavyweights are ranked. Yeah, that's why I don't understand why they got rid of Jorginho. Baralho has the best chance of beating Hamzat. I disagree. Paul Hughes could beat Merab. Paul Hughes and Merab aren't even in the same weight class. But yeah, so I agree with you. I mean, the UFC heavyweight rankings or heavyweight division is very, very limited. And the fact they got rid of Jorginho, I don't understand it, to be honest. Connor did give Habib problems. I'll take off Red. He'll get you in a Kimura. Let's see it. Let's just set up let's just organize a ruling session between everyone who makes MMA stuff, MMA content. I hate that word for UFC London. Is anyone going to UFC London here in the chat? DDP could beat Hamzat. I agree, but see, the thing with DDP versus Hamzat is like for me to say that Hamzat's gonna win, I'm kind of having to put faith that he's gonna finish DDP early, which I'm starting to question. Can he? We just haven't seen DDP's defensive grappling really in his last couple of fights. I think Topuria will beat Islam, yes. Makes me think there was something behind the scenes with him and it wasn't performance based. I'm going to UFC London. Nice one, mate. Nice one. What row were you sitting in? Yeah, I don't understand why they cut Jorginho, especially when the roster is so thin. And Jorginho used to have a very like fun style to watch. If you remember him busting open Alistair Overeem's lip, that was disgusting. I remember him KOing a lot of people like a jab, and then obviously the Ngannou one. Jorginho done everything right in that fight, like working the inside low kick, and Ngannou was just like fuck this and just started windmilling and just fucking folded him. That was actually such a good card. That was during no one was in for that event. That was Gaethje Ferguson. Yeah, Jorginho was, man. He just started fucking piecing them up. And it's weird because he beat Shamil Gaziev, then he beat Taito Ivasa, not like complete world beaters, like. And then he loses to Pavlovich, and then he's gone. I would have loved to have seen the Derek Lewis fight for him. Favorite fighter right now or ever? Mate, how Taito Ivasa isn't gone is beyond me. I think the guy has like fucking shit. I think the deal the UFC have signed to do all their events in Australia, Taito Ivasa has to be involved on it. Has to be. There's no other way this guy is still here. Strickland by flying armbar. What does everybody think of the Eric Nixick saying all that stuff about Sean Strickland? Is RoboCop, he looks like he is about fucking 50 years of age, but he's actually not that old. Okay, so not exactly close, but it made tickets were extremely expensive, I thought, for this UFC London. They were kind of working out the same price as what I paid whenever I paid for Leon Edwards Usman 3, which had a title fight and Justin Gaethje on the card, and the rest of the card was actually pretty stacked. But what row am I? Fuck, I don't know what row I am actually. I'm looking forward to it though. Yeah, Tafa brothers as well. The only reason they're in the UFC is because the UFC can put them on them shitty Australia cards, and people know of their name over there. Kamaru Usman can have a comeback. Yo, right, let me see if I can explain this properly. Kamaru Usman, his career isn't overrated. Like, the guy has got some really good wins on his resume. Like, one of the best championship performances ever comes from Kamaru Usman against Tyron Woodley. But is his title reign not a bit overrated? Like, 2 rematches against Colby and Masvidal. Both times Masvidal fought him. Masvidal didn't deserve the title shot. The Gilbert Burns win, though, was really good. Yeah. Yeah, mate, you're right. You're right. I mean, he looked good in there against Hamzat. Top 5 GOATs, Jones, GSP. You're going to have to give me time to think about that. If you haven't, go watch yesterday's YouTube video where I ask the question, is Demetrius Johnson really top 5 all time? Who I think has the best chin in MMA? Top 5 boxers in UFC. I've got Topuria, I've got Petr Yan, I've got Dustin Poirier on there. I have got who did I say? Ilya, Yan, Dustin. I've got Max Holloway on there, and in terms of just pure boxing, do you put Strickland there? Strickland's got a really good job, but outside of that, you know what I mean? JDM, whoever said that, JDM, yes, forgot about him. Yo, tell me JDM, Dustin Poirier, isn't like an absolute majestic matchup. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing with when you really think about Sean Strickland's boxing, it literally only is his jab. Do you not think though Sean Strickland has like how would you describe it? Like Sean Strickland is the type of guy that doesn't want to rematch anybody. Like if you're trying to advise him, you don't want him to rematch anybody because the guy doesn't adapt his style at all. You know, like if Izzy and him rematch, I think Adesanya will have a lot of success against Sean Strickland. Well, more success than what he had first time round, which is fucking nothing. Because Strickland doesn't adapt his style. Yes, so speak to you later, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, he is. Especially when you hear like people say on training he's grappling a lot more. Like Sean Strickland has really good grappling. What's happening, IBBY? I would have liked to have seen Strickland Hamzat. One, the build up would have been insane. Two, I Strickland has really underrated takedown defense. I will be the next UFC GOAT. Here's hoping, man. The GOAT of the bantamweight division's Marab. Easy. Best boxers, Ilya. I agree. Ilya will become double champ in year. I think he beats Islam. Like I really do. Another prediction: we see Max Holloway, Ilya Taporia 2 in the lightweight division. Dustin Poirier's best boxer in the UFC. He's not. He's up there. Like he's not the best boxer, in my opinion, anyway. What do we think about Chandler Pimlet? Aljo is the best bantamweight ever. Look, mate, if anyone's gonna say Aljo's the best, it's me. But Marab takes the cake right now. I've got Pereira stopping Ankalaev in the third round, which I always pick against Pereira and he wins. So I kind of feel like I need to pick Ankalaev for the greater good of the world. But Strickland will be champ again. I don't think so. Ilya's boxing's far superior than Max's. Thank you for the follow, mate. This is what I don't get about Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, though. They have said about having that fight International Fight Week, but thank you for the follow, International Fight Week. But both guys have said they want to fight on UFC 314 in Miami. So why not just put the fight there? Whoever wins out of DDP Hamzat isn't fighting Pereira next. Mate, the matchmaking, yeah, I mean, that is true. But this is one that, like, even though it is a big matchup for Michael Chandler again, another high profile matchup, it's for the greater good this time. Oh shit, Lerone Murphy, Josh Emmett, confirmed. 5 round main event. Nice. Nice. Fuck, that's a tough matchup for Lerone Murphy. Yeah, mate, honestly. The only thing is Emmett's been really inactive. But like Lerone Murphy was dropped and hurt and caught clean by Dan Ige. If Emmett can hit him with that type of shit. Lerone Murphy kind of reminds me of like a Leon Edwards, like just good everywhere. Hamzat will beat DDP, I think so. Volk beats Diego Lopez, especially if it's 5 rounds. Volk beats him. I don't like Michael Chandler, to be honest. Join the club, mate. Yeah, mate. Josh Emmett. I'd love to see Josh Emmett, Jeremy Stevens, bare knuckle boxing. Don't know why that came into my head, but RoboCop KO's Cannonier in 3 rounds. Is it just me that thinks RoboCop's a bit overrated? No. Big jump up. Big jump up in competition for him. Pantoja top 5 pound for pound right now. I don't think so. Don't think so. Don't know if I'd have him top 5 right now. Yeah, I think RoboCop, like the what's good, brother? Popped up randomly in my feed. What's happening, Leo? You all good, bro? Thanks for joining. Um, yeah, I like him. Like he obviously he does have fun fights, but for RoboCop, this is a big step up in competition. Like big jump up. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Jared Cannonier. Guy was beating Imavov. Obviously, he didn't look too great against Kyle Baralho. How's the content grind treating you? Yeah, man. I mean, some weeks are better than others. Sometimes you've got a load of stuff to talk about, especially uploading daily on YouTube. That there's tough. With TikTok, you kind of only need like I only need my videos to be like a minute for For those who know, Alfredo understands why videos need to be a minute. He understands. But yeah, YouTube's pretty hard to try and like get a lengthy video out of it. But don't know. I feel like the more I do it, the easier it's becoming. Yeah, I mean, the thing with my daily uploads is like the difference in what me and you do is I don't edit my YouTube videos at all. Like I bought a soundboard, so the sounds that you hear in my video when I'm just hitting them live. Like I'm not going back and putting anything in because I just don't know how to fucking I don't know how to edit at all. Yeah, one take, mate. No cutting. Now, in terms of like how many takes it takes me, like today, I think to make my Sean Strickland video I made today, it took me like fucking 7 goes to get it. But once I start, I just go. I don't chop it up or anything like that. Yeah, I mean it does. It does. I would like to take more time and making better videos in terms of like quality, like being to do like nice edits and stuff like that. But with work and all, and I feel like for me anyway, it's much more beneficial to just constantly put videos out every day. Finny Torres, future champion. No. Let me see. Yeah, I switched from uploading super frequently. Yeah. I just find it's working for me now. You know, like the constant uploads are work like it's starting to pay off. Do you let people up? Yeah, I mean if you've got a I would like to start doing debates on here, like between like other people in the chat and myself, obviously. Yeah, mate. Well, Alfredo, you know, mate, you're smashing out the stuff as well. Like, it's kind of like though. I don't know if you feel the same when like you have the idea you want to do it, you want to do it, you want to make videos, and then you're like, well, what if like I don't know. I find it like as kind of like I don't want oh, I didn't want people to judge me whenever I started, and then you kind of like start and you're like, who gives a fuck? And then once you start, it's like addicting, so you just keep going. Stipe mid is crazy. Yeah, mate, I found for me anyway, the thumbnails, the simpler, the better. Do you think Max will fight Dustin next? And if he wins, does he get a title shot? I think Dustin Poirier's retirement fight will be the winner of Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje. I think Max Holloway is going to fight Oliveira. Yeah, it does. It all depends on what type of videos you're making. Do you know what I mean? Like to make a video on a fight announcement is easy because you haven't even had to think of an idea. They've give you an idea. No, there is nothing worse than when you like plan a video and then news gets dropped. It kind of fucks up your video though. I'm a Max Holloway fan. Max is awesome. Crazy how Topuria fucking slapped him though. Can I come up though? Yeah, you can come up if you've got a take. I'll bring you on. Just don't be saying any weird shit though. Let me see if I can invite you on here, mate. There you are. Go ahead.
What's up?
Yo. Go ahead, mate. Let's hear it.
I think Ilya beats Islam.
I agree with you, mate. Well, how are you saying he gets it done?
I think he KOs him because I don't think Islam can grapple with Ilya as well as he can. Because, like, if you look at it, Islam has fought some good grapplers, right? I mean, Volk's a good grappler.
Yeah.
Right? But Ilya, people don't look at it. Ilya is actually bigger than Volk is, though. Like, size-wise.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, well, I mean, Ilya is bigger than Volk. I really don't know. They're about the same size, but what I'm trying to say is Ilya has better boxing than Volk does, and Islam is getting tagged up by Poirier. So that's why I'm picking Ilya to beat Makhachev.
I really want to know what Ilya's defensive grappling's like.
Yeah, But like, I feel like if Poirier was defending the takedowns, there have been people who have defended takedowns against Makhachev, and I think Topuria can do that. And I think Topuria wins on the feet, in my opinion. I think he can catch him.
Yeah, I think so. I think Ilia Topuria is going to do a good job of closing the distance with Islam, not letting it be a kickboxing matchup where I feel like if he can't close the distance against Islam and keeps it at range, I think Islam is a very talented kickboxer now. He's really improved in that department. And Islam can throw a nice head kick, which seems to be a bit of an issue for Ilia at times. Obviously, that's kind of like the only fault you've ever really seen in his game. Like Jai Herbert caught him with it.
That's where I'm kind of worried for Ilia. I'm like, Makhachev can throw, like, his kicks are super underrated.
Yeah.
Like the way he head kicked Volk, like, if Ilia drops his hands and Makhachev hits him with a head kick, I could definitely see Makhachev dropping him for sure.
Let's see.
Like, I think Ilia's just going to catch him eventually. I think when it gets into boxing range, I think Ilia's unmatched there.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ilia's going to catch him when they get in close. Don't know if he... Yeah, I think Ilia will finish him. That's my prediction now. Like, yo, go ahead, Mister.
I think people underestimating Mavzar. Like, people think Mavzar is like shit. Like, he could beat Topuria like 100%. I'm not even lying. He could. Like.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel like he's got the best chance. I don't think he beats Ilia, but I do think Mavzar's a bit slept on.
It would be kind of a close fight, though. It'd be closer than Diego Lopez, like 100%. I think Mavzar beats Volk too.
Oh.
Like at this point in time, I think Mavzar would beat Volk.
Fuck, I think people are sleeping on Volk now. You know.
I know, but like, I just don't trust Volk anymore, like at all, against anyone. Like, I don't think he's gonna fight ever again.
Lopez, like, I think he would beat Lopez, in my opinion.
I think he beats him over 5 rounds. Like, I think a lot of people are kind of quick to kind of just leave Volk in the past now.
Dude, he got KO'd by the 2 best fighters in the UFC. I mean, like, that's not really a bad thing. And he won round 1 against Ilia.
It was kind of close, though. Like, Ilia isn't really a fast starter, though. So, like, a lot of times he loses the first round almost every single time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Ilia Islam, though. Ilia Islam's the fight to make.
I mean, he still has to work at 145, though. Like, he needs to fight Mavzar, because if he doesn't fight Mavzar, like, if he goes up to lightweight, then Mavzar's career is going to be, like, a thing for nothing. Like, why would you ever give him a title shot?
I think if you're going to do... Yeah, I feel like they kind of have to get the Volk rematch out of the way, though. I think you do Ilia Volk, UFC 314, and then...
I know, but, like... Who thinks Volk's gonna win that? Like, Ilia has evolved so much since that first Volk fight. Like, I think he'll knock him out in the first round.
Oh, I think he's gonna knock Volk out in the first round. Holy shit!
But like, if Volk's chin is like slightly gone, he's going to sleep 100%. Like, if you knock out Max Holloway, like,
yeah, the Max KO is crazy.
To, like, the Galaxy.
Yeah, the Max KO was crazy.
Volk was sleeping for like 2 minutes. Like, he was done.
Against the fence, yeah, just slumped against the fence. It was bad.
I think Volk's going to have a bit more success in the rematch. Like, I don't think he's going to win.
No, bro. It only takes one shot, because that flurry of 4 punches that Ilia threw, 3 of them didn't land, and 1 of them landed, and he went, like, out for 2 minutes. So, like, 1 shot is all he needs.
There were circumstances, though, behind that with Volk. Like, obviously, coming in pretty quickly after being kicked up the head.
I know, but, like, I feel like that's always going to be the case, because, like, he's had enough time now, and if he gets KO'd again, then he's done. Like,
yeah, I agree. If he gets KO'd this time, like, there's no redeeming himself.
Also, I do have a take on the fight this weekend. I think isn't it Jared Cannonier and Gregory Rodriguez?
Yeah, that's this weekend, mate. Yeah.
Low-key, I think Jared Cannonier knocks him out, and I'm not even going to lie.
Yo, you know ball. This guy's a genius. This guy knows ball.
Because I think Jared Cannonier, he looked good against Samavov. he didn't look bad until the later rounds against Kyle Baralho. But I think Baralho and Imavov both sleep Gregory Rodriguez.
Agree. Again, I think people are sleeping on Jared Cannonier, although he is very old now. He's like, what, in his 40s?
Yeah, like, didn't Bruno Ferreira, like, put Gregory Rodriguez, like, out badly?
Yeah.
Like, if you're getting put out by Bruno Ferreira, like, I just don't see you beating Jared Cannonier.
Plus, Jared Cannonier's been he's been at the elite level for a while. You know, he's been in there with the likes of Adesanya, Whitaker. Obviously, he didn't win their matchups, but he beat Strickland. You know, he's been in there with the elite of the elite.
I just think that Cannonier, and also I think people kind of say Cannonier's chin's gone. I really don't agree with that. Like, he landed like a similar. Imavov landed a similar shot that he did with Adesanya, right? You know how he dropped Adesanya?
Yeah.
And he landed like that same shot on Cannonier, and Cannonier never even got dropped by Imavov. I don't think.
The thing is, though, like when you smoke Cannonier, like he doesn't go out, but like you can see like when you can finish him. Like, I mean, you can't finish him. Like his chin isn't the greatest. Like he'll fall down, but he won't fall down like that. He'll just like die. Like, like he almost died against Kyle. Like, dude, like he didn't like fall down. He did, but like he almost died against Kyle. And I think if I like that was a terrible stoppage.
When Kyle dropped him, I was like, dude, he just slumped him. And then I noticed Cannonier was like somehow still responsive on the ground. It was like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a UFC fight. Because he got hit and then he just fell like in slow motion. I thought he went out cold. But apparently I was wrong.
I have one more take before I go.
Go ahead, man.
That Alex Pereira is gonna sleep Ankalaev.
I agree. What round?
I agree 100%.
What round?
Ankalaev kind of sucks. Like he's like his wrestling isn't good at like he's good, but like it's not great. And obviously you can't strike with him. But like you gotta think Pereira has been in the gym so much. You see him like every single day posting videos. He has to be working on his wrestling. You gotta be like defending some takedowns.
You can't get dropped by Thiago Santos and me to pick you beat Pereira. Like, I just can't do that.
I think Pereira KOs him in the third. What's everyone's predictions?
I got the second round. I think Pereira catches him pretty big.
I say second round head kick. I think he goes to the body and then throws a head kick.
Nice one. Well, lads, it was nice having you in. Speak to you again.
All right, bye.
All right, man.
Alex subs him. Could you imagine if Pereira subs Ankalaev? A lot of people seem to think Ankalaev, though, like, is the second coming of Habib when he's not. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people are really looking too into the Ankalaev grappling. Can you put me up? I'll tell you hot takes. I'll add you in tomorrow. Come back tomorrow because I'm gonna be going off here. I need to go in like literally 2 minutes. Habib was never pound for pound number one. Are you a full-time content creator? No. Am I Auraform and Yo Don't Tell 5.5? Is that what you call him? Has anyone seen that guy? I think Yuri beats Khalil Roundtree also. I think Yuri beats him. Khalil Roundtree is overrated in my opinion.